Hi there and welcome back to Japan for our reaction and review to KANA-BOON performing on the first take with NECRY TALKIE. And as always, if you want to see the reactions video, pause this one, click the link in the description below, and it'll open up a separate little YouTube player where you can see the reaction and watch the song, the performance with me if you haven't already seen it and if you want to see my first reaction. However, I'm about to give you my review of it. So are you ready? Here we go. All right, I'm pretty sure this is a KANA-BOON song. Like I say, I'm not incredibly well versed on KANA-BOON. They're just one of those artists who I know, I know they've been in the charts, they've been around, so you kind of hear their songs. And this is one that I'm sure it's one of their songs. But I was kind of intrigued by the fact that it suddenly dawned on me why this was a good collaboration to have, because of the fact that actually the whole playful style of their songwriting, of their songs, this one obviously being a prime example, is very similar to NECRY TALKIE. Although NECRY TALKIE are quite notable for the kind of crazy sounds they put in, including with the keyboards, well, actually very much almost especially with the keyboards. They do have the bouncy, crazy, cheeky sort of guitar lines, the little riffs and solos, and that is actually very much in line with what we were hearing here from the KANA-BOON camp. It was definitely the KANA-BOON musicians in the background who are coming in, as far as I'm aware, so I'm pretty sure this is their song. And like I say, recognizable, and for being catchy. Maybe the sort of yada thing could get kind of annoying. I imagine this is probably one of those ones where some people find it irritating, but I thought it was kind of fun and catchy, and the light tone is kind of similar to with NECRY TALKIE. When you have that light tone in your music, it means you can get away with doing things a little bit more cheeky with your writing and, sort of come off as endearing in the final analysis. So I really enjoyed the songwriting. It went through some nice little processes. I think it's mainly the thing that really worked for me here, although the whole song was very bouncy. And the layering was fantastic. The guitar lines were just brilliant. I loved them. They really had such a personality. It is true. I mean, you hear this often said more about classical music than anything. I feel like that sort of classically most people are aware of, like Peter and the Wolf, where a certain instrument, if it's played in a certain way and plays certain notes, it can come off as having a personality. A certain line of notes based on how it goes against the key of the song, etc. Maybe we'll get into this in a future video a bit more. It can sound like, the tone of asking a question, or, sound like happy or cheeky or anything. It can, a certain melody can really come across with a certain resonant personality. And this comes across as having that sort of cheeky fun vibe, which is very similar to the NECRY TALKIE way of doing it. And so I certainly felt there was a real compatibility between their sounds that was very clear here. And I just loved the whole feel of it. Like I said, I'm pretty much 99% certain now that's a KANA-BOON song. I've definitely heard it before, so yeah, sure it's got to have been. I'm pretty sure I haven't reviewed this before. Anyway, enough waffle. I'm sure you guys have already worked this out and it was already been announced when I did the thumbnail. After this video. So yeah, that's that, like I say, really good, well-written song. The layering as well, I just want to come back to that again. The beat was very simple, but it was very kinetic. It had a sort of nice shuffle to it. And that nicely played against the fact that there was a very sort of simple, almost ska-like quality to the rhythm. The bass line was just sort of plodding along. The guitars were doing little choppy stabs, like chip, chip, chip. It was very, like, jit-up. Anyway, my vocal representations of instruments once again for the win. It was very simple in the core of the song. The bass and the rhythm guitar, they were quite simple, but the drums were keeping an interesting shuffle. And like I say, the guitar line was very playful over the top. So it was a nice balance. Certain elements were more reliable, sort of stronger chords for the song, and certain elements were the more playful parts. So it had, like I say, a mixture of different tones, things going on. It was just a real feast for the ears. And yeah, their vocals, I have to point out again, their vocals went beautifully together. I thought there was a real good comparison between the tones of their voices. They just complemented each other perfectly. When they started off by doing the call and answer thing in the verse, it just sounded really nice. But when they started doing that chorus line together, yeah, their voices just work perfectly together. So I really enjoyed that. It was really entertaining for all those reasons. I was interested to see as well, for the first time, really get a view of the sort of body language and personality of the singer from NECRY TALKIE. Because you always think she's always sort of very fun and playful on the camera when they do the videos. And I'm sure there's an element of direction and it's like, well, not choreography, but there's a certain element of design to how their videos are done. However, it was nice to see her here looking kind of very modest, normal, and calm, and yeah, well, maybe a little bit tense about doing the live performance, or I don't know how much that is hammed up just to sort of justify the concept of these first take videos. However, I was nice to see her in a very sort of human element as well. And the KANA-BOON singer, obviously I don't have so much a point of reference for them, but they just came across like two people who, if you didn't know better, you'd think, well, these two people must know each other very well and already be, working as a duet, because they just had a sort of a good chemistry in the performance and a perfect chemistry of the tones of their voices. Anyway, so that's what I thought. I really enjoyed that. Another great listen. As always, you guys, I want to know what you think. Music is only as good as the subjective opinions of the people listening to it. I can comment as someone who's worked with music my entire adult life, but that is just still my opinions and how they are formed. So tell me what you think. Like and subscribe if you don't mind, because it's a YouTube video. That's kind of the things that we ask you to do in these. Up to you. If you want to get more involved in Japanese music conversation, remember all of our social medias are also linked in the description below. Great place. We've got loads of discussion going on, especially on the Reddit and the Discord as well. Discord's always full of conversation. And on top of that, Patreon. Thanks, Patreon, guys. As always, it's the only reason I can keep on doing this. So whether you're a Patreon or not, or whether you're on your way over there now, a big thank you for making it through to the end of this video. Thank you again to our Patreons for keeping us alive for this long. And until I hopefully see you in Japan soon for the next one of these, for now, ciao, ciao.